What's up guys, Benjamin here, and I'm stoked to bring you another video from Iceland. This time looking at a new product that I just got my hands on. Recently DJI reached out to me and told me that they had a new gimbal on the way. As you would have seen earlier in the video, I took this product and tried to get some strange, interesting perspectives on some of the more familiar places here in Iceland. My focuses were both on geothermal areas and on ice, and all of that was filmed on the new RS2. Look at this guy. This is the follow-up handheld gimbal from the Ronin S, and now with a smaller form factor, it can be packed into a tiny little bag like this, which for me has been the biggest game changer and the reason that I now see this being able to be used in my kit. It is my first travel size gimbal, so I don't have much of a reference point, but I can say that this fills a much needed gap for me in my workflow, having the Ronin 2, the big cinema size gimbal, and not being able to obviously hike with that. So having a smaller one in my kit and being able to pack it into my bag and take it with me into all the different landscapes in Iceland, that is super exciting. One of the things that I love is that they now have a lock on all the axes, so when you're setting up the gimbal and balancing it, it is super fast. The fact that there's now both the slide-in top plate and then the smaller side-mounted plate for the camera means that you can easily get it off without changing the balance. The other amazing thing that I've found with this gimbal is the Raven Eye, which is attached under here, you can see it there. Having the wireless video transmission straight to a mobile device has been really cool. For times I don't have a monitor with me, this has allowed me to attach my phone. I used actually the briefcase mount and then put my phone onto that. And then when I was getting these extremely low angles, I was able to have a live feed of what the camera is seeing straight to my phone in that different position. I would either look at the screen on the camera or look at the iPhone depending on the orientation that I was using the gimbal. I tried a bunch of different cameras. Tried the Blackmagic 6K, the pocket camera, and the A7R4 and my GH5, which is filming this video right now. And actually I was surprised that the Blackmagic fit and balanced correctly on this. I did have to add my matte box onto the front to make it balance, but luckily I had that with me at the time. But it's just so surreal that this small piece of kit can handle such a big heavy camera like that. And of course I know there are much bigger cameras. I can't imagine putting my Red on it. I don't think that with the battery on that it would fit, but I'm sure that the motors in the gimbal are strong enough to handle that should there be space. Having a additional device in my kit that can come with me just in my camera bag and help me to get really interesting low angles close up to the beautiful nature here. For example, with an iceberg, being able to film almost a macro shot without needing a tripod and being able to just quickly bounce between different icebergs, luxury problem, I know, and capture such close-up shots. There was this one shot in particular, which you would have seen at the start, where the water droplets were falling off of this curved piece of ice that was right there on the beach. And I was able to just hover the gimbal in front of it, moving from side to side and then just sitting still. And the stability is quite remarkable. I know that the footage that I've captured maybe isn't the traditional use for such a product, but that is kind of what I find interesting and fun, to just go out and try different things. For me, all these camera products are just simply tools for me to help get the vision that I have up here out onto the screen and then into the world. And as soon as they start to limit my speed and workflow out in the field, especially when I'm hiking or in quite an extreme environment, then I simply just end up not bringing them with me. This is the first time that I've seen a gimbal be small enough and quick enough to set up that I'm able to actually think about bringing it with me into some higher mountain terrain So that's quite exciting to see potentially what this gimbal can help me achieve out in nature in situations where my bigger Ronin 2 setup can't be used, and simply just when I'm hiking. There'll definitely be more videos in the future when I get to know this product even more, and especially take it on some of the longer hikes next summer. That's very exciting. So stay tuned for more on the new Ronin RS2. And of course, I'll be back with more Iceland and photography videos very soon. Cheers!